Hey yo everyone, I am Aiken, and this is the next episode in the infection-free zone playthrough. So let's get to it. Now we just need to wait for this one to build, although still night. It's not gonna be that easy until it gets to morning. These walls just like look so weird. Like imagine like the amount of logs, the amount of trees that you need to destroy in order to do this small amount of fence. Like makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just woods, although there's 3 things in one, but still, it is weird. Let's see. Why is it not going towards the people? What are you guys doing? Fuck all? You're doing fuck all, that's it. What about you? Oh, I see. There's that fucking bug that when you load the game, they stop their actions. Fucking hate it. So for a call, I sent you guys here. The whole idea was just like going here, grabbing the truck, and going down. Do you guys have a number though? Well, apparently a single guy has more than one number for some reason. So you is going to be 6, since that guy's 5 and 6 at the same time. There. I just go there, explore in there, grab a bunch of shit. As for you, what exactly were you doing down here? Oh, I recall. They were exploring to get scientific materials and shit and improving the skills. Oh, if I recall correctly, I got all the scientific materials down there. Is it scientific materials? I don't recall it. Just move, like go around here. Don't stay still. I still hate the fact that it lags. Even though I have a car that is more than enough, I presume, to run this without issues. Oh, are we in the corner? Oh, it's because the thing is rotating. Let's see. God damn it. Oh, I can't close this one while I have them selected. Let's go up then. Do you guys have fuel? No, you guys are going way too low on fuel. Yep. You know what? Go to the nearest place that has fuel. That one? This one. Go there. Like, refuel, do whatever. 3. Where? Oh, you guys are going to have to deal with that, and that's a bunch of dudes. Could be bad. They're dealing with it, but
we need backup.
You guys say that you need backup, but you haven't been hurt a single time. This guy was already hurt. No, apparently they're attacking only that guy. He's the unlucky in the group. I hope you guys find bullets in there as well. Come on, finish it. There we go. Now search for shits. They need to get some skills as well. Okay, 1 and 2, 3. 3 and 4, right? Yep. It's a shame that I can't select them all at once. Like we're just pressing the buttons. So if I recall, these guys were just like patrolling around, trying to find...
We're on the move.
Some, like, infected, not zombies. Let's fast forward then. So that they improve their skills.
We're on the move. Going there.
You see, there's an interesting thing when you understand game development.
We're on the move. Going there.
Games are pretty much... Most games.
Going there.
I mean, specifically...
Going there.
It's fucked up being a generalist, like explaining things like, oh no, every single one of those games do that. It's just like, that's not how it works. Wait, do they not have people in here? Oh, it's because the line of sight that is small. We need to find like better weapons. Most games, specifically management games and games like
Let's do it.
what?
We're on the move. Waiting orders.
Oh, you guys, even though you guys found fuel, it's not enough to
Ready for
fuel up.
action. Receiving.
Okay,
Operator.
guys
Operator.
gotta get some more fuel though. Oh, there's one here. There we go.
We're on the move.
Most games are just spreadsheets, like what is the word? Like yeah, most games are 3 spreadsheets in a trench coat. Because in the background it's pretty much like data just being juggled around. The most complex part is the graphics. And it's not like the complex part in how it shows up, because these days it's very fucking easy, especially if you use, as far as I remember, Infection Free Zone uses Unity. I don't recall 100%, but I'm quite sure that it is Unity. So
Operator.
it's not that hard to implement new things when you understand that that's how games are. It is basically just like changing numbers from one side to the other. So
Going there.
it wouldn't be that hard to implement a training facility. Like literally very fucking simple. But then that is mainly
Ready for action.
dependent on the fact that the developers made the game in a manner that is easy to be iterated, I think would be the correct word. It is easy to add like new buildings and shit like that. If they didn't, that's a fucking nightmare to add a new building. But if they did in a proper manner, it would be simple as fuck. Because it's just like a matter of like grabbing the template for the building and then assigning something to that building that changes. For example, what I was going to refer specifically is the skills. Just like a building that increases the experience with time. So if the squads are inside the building, in the same way that, for example, that behavior as well is already implemented when the squads are inside the infirmary or other places when they heal up. I think I've seen this one before. It's just a guy just cursing like for no reason.
Who are you?
So yeah, that behavior is just like simply implemented. You might, if this is one of the first videos that are watching, just like, oh, why the guy's just like, why is the guy just fast forwarding instead of hearing it? Just like because in the previous season I heard it all. I'm not going to. I'm trying to do this one like fast and efficient as possible.
Ready for action.
That's why I'm not. Oh, I just noticed one thing. There's a number up here that shows the amount of research. Good to know. Hadn't paid attention to that, and this one's useful. Although arms production would be more interesting, because we need to either be able to make rifles or shotguns. Shotguns mostly for the gates, because they kill like zombies like fast as fuck. Shotties. We don't have that many people though. Let's invite. I always forget about inviting. I don't know exactly what invite does. I think it summons something similar to how the swarms work. Instead of like spawning a swarm in the corners of the map, it spawns like, sheesh, that was fast. How many? 9. It's always around 9. Right.
Take you in.
Dress. See? Just spawned in there. How the fuck do I get in did I got in contact with him? I don't know. There's probably the invitation. Who knows?
Waiting for you.
So yeah, that is like, it's similar behavior. You see how the as I was saying about the buildings, like implementing new things, like the spawning of survivors and the borders of the map is the same thing as the spawning swarms. So you do just one single block of code, and then you just call it with different things. Like, for example, it's a single block of code for a single function, a method that spawns things in the borders. But that method could be called in with what should spawn on the border. So you just like change. You just like put it so that it spawns zombies, or if it spawns survivors. If you are a programmer, you're pretty much thinking like, what the fuck, I know that already, but I'm basically explaining for people who aren't. Because programming is like, it's such a simple thing. It's not complex at all. It's just like, it is complex in areas of research. Research for programming, for example, developing new technologies and shit, that is complex. That is hard as fuck. But using those technologies, that is not hard at all. Like, imagine if you had like to develop the whole engine so that you would be able to display 3D and shit. That is complex. That is not easy. Even then, like today, it is way easier than it was before. You could like do that in like possibly a month, which back in the day would take like alone, like you yourself alone could develop a simple engine that could show like basic 3D and just like a simple engine that would a game from scratch. Let's specify it way better. A game from scratch without using a custom engine, without using a conventional like third-party engine, like doing it from scratch. In a month you could do it by yourself. It wouldn't be at all possible back in the day. You could possibly make a simple game in a month, but not even close to what you are able to do these days. Like, look at Mario, the first one. No, not the first one, the one on NES, like Mario Brothers, the first one. It is so fucking simple, but it took like, I don't know how long, to possibly 1 or 2 years, or even maybe even more, to just like do that simple shit, which these days you do in a weekend, without even like sweating, by yourself. Back then you would require like a bunch of people to do it in years. But like, it wouldn't be hard at all. Which is why I don't understand how some game developers that have things working for them, like entire things, and they like take like fucking months to put out a single thing, like a simple thing. Like, I don't recall when was the last update for Infection Free Zone. I think it is like possibly a month or something like that, or maybe it was in the beginning of this month, they know. But then they're, as far as I know, they're not adding new features. They're mostly balancing things, but I'm quite sure that on the background there's a different branch on the game that is like having new things implemented and shit, and they are just like outputting the balancing changes and shit to the old one.
Operator, receiving.
But still, my point remains, it's not that hard.
Infected incoming.
And now it is the moment. Oh, fuck you! You guys are so far away.
Receiving.
And why is it not loaded with fuel?
Ready for action.
That's because the guy never went to the car.
Orders.
It doesn't seem like this location has a bunch of fuel as well.
Going there.
And a very few amounts of... I'm mainly just looking for the research materials, scientific materials or whatever the fuck. But yeah, now is the point where someone just says, well, if programming is that simple, why don't you create a game? I'm kind of in the process.
Requesting support.
for a while.
Requesting support.
It's mostly because, well, when... That is... I could have released a shitty, like, zero thought game, like, in a month for no... without, like, breaking a sweat. Problem is, the perfectionism just fucks me up. There's the whole thing about, I have, like, considerable issues about imposter syndrome as well. Like, severe issues with imposter syndrome. And because of that, like, things keep piling up on top of each other. If I had those things dealt with, it's just like, no, I would be unstoppable, but as the meme goes, God had to nerf me. Otherwise it would be, like, unstoppable. Oh well, it is what it is. Eventually I'm going to release one. At least one. More than one.
Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck off. Sure. I think the guys just arrived. No, it isn't. Oh, it's these guys who just passed through. 3. Good enough. Better than nothing. Attack those fuckers. No, don't go too close, you dumb fucks. Get those skills. Like a game, like Infection Free Zone. The main difficult part would be translating the maps, the real world maps, to buildings and shit, like, and even then, if you use like specific libraries, that wouldn't be that hard, because I'm quite sure that you can get from a library the outputs of... Oh goddamn, I'm starting to speak too much into, like, entering too many technicalities. I don't exactly like doing that.
Let's do it.
I like trying to explain things in as easy, as digestible as possible.
On my way.
And if I can't think of an easy way, like, see how it is. Imagine now me developing a game. How it's a problem most of the time. Me just preventing me from doing it. Creating the thing.
Let's do it.
It is complex. Not easy. Let me tell you. If you are autistic, if you right now seeing this video are autistic, you kind of understand in a way. Although it's not always the same fucking thing, but you know, some complications are shared in a way.
On my way.
Having difficulties with things that should be simple for most people. That is mainly one of the main difficulties. Well, oh well. It is what it is. There's the fucking ADD on top of all of it.
On my way.
It is weird as fuck when people who don't have ADD or ADHD or whatever the fuck, in order to try and explain to them how you aren't able to do a thing that you want to do because your body doesn't want to do that thing, even though your brain wants to. It's as if your brain and your body are two separate entities, which in a way they are. In a
Let's do it. Let's do it.
philosophical and possibly no
Going there.
biological manner, they are. Let's just fast forward the shit, it's taking too long. And I'm rambling too much. It is interesting, man. Life's an interesting thing. I've seen today something.
Hi there, mate. Your frequencies aren't quite secure. Did you know that?
Oh, it's the guy at the Raiders. Yeah, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Keep going.
You're a funny guy,
Come.
operator.
Come and try and attack me.
Anybody told you that yet?
Reporting. Waiting
Gotta
order.
make sure you aren't able to do as much. Although I don't have too many people to defend, but it's enough. Those guys are coming now. Yeah, I can possibly start the building of walls. How much bricks? It's not how much, how many. I confuse many and much a lot. You if you watch my content like more than often, you might have noticed how I confused in all the fucking time. Way easier to see from up here. Should I keep the walls out the road outside or inside? Inside, fuck it, allows me to place some towers in a better manner. Wait, it only uses a single brick? No way. No fucking way, Jose. No, use a bunch. Let's do it in a more proper manner. I could place a gate in here so that people can go out, but I don't see a reason. Let's keep continuing. Although we should stop through in here. Because... no, it wouldn't be that complicated to like build one in here from here up to there. There's this warehouse, yeah. It would be from here to there. There's the whole fact that I need to put towers in there because this one doesn't go all the way. I need to put at least that one tower in here to make it safe. I don't know if I should place fortified towers. Wooden towers is just 2 guys on top. I discovered after I placed this one that these have 6 while the regular ones have 4, right? Yep. I presume the metal ones have 5, maybe, and the fortified towers have 6. So the regular towers have 2, metals should have 3, and fortified towers should have 4. Which they don't need to have everyone at once in those towers, but still. Problem is that he uses a bunch of bricks. Although these are good sources of bricks. Although I presume that these ones will be way better. Oh, the gate is done. Although I don't like the fact that it's not connected. I'm going to like connect them later or do whatever the fuck. Or I could just like build it just like a single thing, tiny thing here. But yeah, things are getting constructed. I just need to place like more shits. And I need more people as well. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time.